Hey there and welcome back to my channel. Today I will give you the most useful tips and tricks that will help you when making websites. I am assuming that you have some basic knowledge in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Regardless, I will try my best to explain every line of code I write. So without further ado, let's begin. A cool thing in CSS is that you can set a linear gradient as a background. This helps style your website and gives it a modern and dynamic look. I will quickly add the HTML boilerplate and include a style tag inside the head tag. CSS code will be included within the style tag. Then I will define my background to be a linear gradient. In this function, different colors need to be defined. For instance, if I set the colors as red and yellow, I will have a mixture of both of them in my background. The default direction is from top to bottom, but this can be changed. The first parameter is the direction. To have a direction from left to right, we can enter to right. Similarly, we can also set the direction to left. We can provide an angle as well. For instance, a 130-degree angle will change the background too. Note that we can input multiple colors into the function as well. In order to make the background look slightly better, I will add some detailed colors. As you can see, the blue contrast has a much greater effect on the website. The next tip is regarding JavaScript. Normally, we use var to declare a variable in JavaScript. For example, var animal is equal to a dog. However, the keyword let can also be used to create a variable. The difference between these two techniques is that let has a limited scope while var does not. To demonstrate this, I will create variables inside a block. When we use the keyword var and try to console.log it outside the block, we find no error. But if we log the variable declared by the keyword let, we find a reference error. Hence, we can say that the keyword let is limited to the block it is declared in. On the other hand, var has a global scope. One other major difference is that when a variable is declared with let, it cannot be redeclared. I will make a variable called name and set it to Sean. Now, if I use the same variable name again and change its value, we will get an error. When using var, such an error will not occur. It is suggested that using let to create variables is a much better option. Say you create a variable with a certain name. If, by accident, you make a new variable with the same name, its value will be overwritten. But by using let, you will immediately be warned of redeclaration of a variable. So, using let instead of var in JavaScript is a much better practice that one must always use. Using backticks to create strings is more efficient than using double or single quotes. I will create a variable called name and channel and assign them values. Now I will make another variable called greeting. If I want to include the first two variables to make a sentence, I can use the plus sign to combine a string and the variables. Now I will log greeting to the console. However, I can also use the backtick symbol that is just below the escape button. To include a variable inside this backtick, I will have to add the $sign, followed by brackets with the variable name inside it. I will console.log the greeting on my browser. As you can see, the message is now displayed. Google Fonts is a great website that offers a wide range of fonts for free. Their website has several different font styles you can use. I'll pick any random font, select the particular style, and add the links provided in the head tag of my HTML file. I'll define the appropriate font family in the CSS. Now I'll add a heading to my document. As you can see, the style has been applied correctly. If you are a beginner and have started learning web development lately, you may find centralizing elements difficult. The most efficient way in which div elements can be centered is by setting the margin as auto. Note that this method works only for block elements. To illustrate this, I will make a div and give it a class container. Within the container, I will add a paragraph with some dummy text. Now to centralize the container, I will refer to the class inside the style tag. First of all, I will add a border so that the div is visible. With that done, the width of the element must be specified. I will simply set it to 100 pixels. Finally, we'll define the margin to be auto. As you can see, the element has been centralized successfully. Our final tip for this video is regarding the script tag. The script tag is added in our HTML document to include JavaScript code. Sometimes, when we have a heavy JavaScript file, it takes time for it to be loaded. Hence, any HTML code present after the script will not appear until it has been loaded. This can lead to several users quitting the website due to a blank and slow page. A solution is to use the keyword async. Briefly speaking, this attribute tells the browser to process the HTML and not wait for the script. The JavaScript code will be executed in background and will run when the processing of the HTML code is complete. The async attribute must be added in the script tag. I hope that this short video tutorial has helped you. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to ZapCode. Also, if you are a beginner and want to start learning web development from scratch, do check out our web development playlist. We will be updating the course regularly, so please subscribe and hit the bell icon to receive updates.